What is up, all you great crusaders? Warhammer Wiki here. Today we're going to be covering a very finite topic. A lot of times I've been going over theories or deep in-depth dives into certain characters, but I was thinking of certain things that I personally did not have a ton of knowledge behind because it's not talked about too much in the novels that I've been reading. What the heck is a LASGUN? What is a LASGUN? What is a las rifle? What is a las pistol? A las cannon? Just a deep dive into what the heck these things actually are. Right off the bat, who the heck actually uses lasguns? And the simple answer is absolutely everyone uses lasguns. It is the main line of defense, not only for the Astra Militarum and also the Adeptus Mechanicus, but it's also going to be the main line of defense for just your average Joe. Even on backwater planets, they're using lasguns on farmlands and that kind of stuff. It's basically just the main go-to weapon. I would say the reason why is because they're extremely easy to make and they're very easy to maintain. Not a lot of jams are going to be happening when using lasguns. They're pretty self-explanatory. You point, it shoots, and on top of that, no matter what you put it through, very similar to, I guess you would say, like the AK just line of guns. They work even when they get gross. They're widely available, they're super cheap, and they seem to be manufactured absolutely everywhere. So everyone uses lasguns. Lasguns are very much so just kind of your typical gun. It has a magazine on the front, which is actually a power pack that you put in. It's right in front of the trigger. You have a stock, which you're able to steady your aim with. It has a place on the top, so almost like a rail system where you're able to put different types of optics, whether that's going to be a scope if you're looking at doing longer shots, or even just a simple holographic sight. And then on top of that, you're going to notice that it also has a barrel. That's where the protons are actually shot out of the front, so kind of the laser that ends up dealing the damage. Just your very standard gun looking gun. It also has quite a bit of different ways of customizing it, such as a place where you're able to put a bayonet just in case you want to charge into battle, so take out the
Emperor's enemies.
Or you have the ability of mounting laser sights, mounting flashlights, which is really funny because a lot of people say that these are flashlights themselves, so flashlightception. The actual power pack that supplies this weapon with ammunition in quotation marks is going to be one of the coolest things actually about lasguns. First of all, these would be banned in California, and the reason why is you get about 20 to 50 shots depending on the power settings that you end up choosing, so you're able to crank up the power. It has less shots as it drains that little power pack quicker, or you could have it on a lower setting in which it's not as far range, doesn't do as much damage, but you're able to get, you know, the full 50, 60, 70 shots out of it. And these power packs are legit awesome. First of all, the size, they don't seem to be very big, so you're able to pack on quite a bit of them, especially if it holds about 50 shots per. That's pretty cool. So carrying these around is definitely efficient. The next thing that is super awesome about them is you could actually overcharge the power packs. Apparently it's a trick that's used by Imperial Guard veterans, which causes the pack to explode, basically making it a makeshift grenade. So last ditch effort, you could just throw the power pack at like a pack of Tyranids and just blow them all up. But I guess the one thing that California would be all gung-ho about when it comes to this power pack, but it wouldn't work where I live very well since I live in Seattle, Washington, is the fact that these power packs can actually be charged by sunlight, which is super cool. I mean, there's different ways of charging them. They're kind of like Teslas, so I'm sure you could get home after a long day of fighting and just plug it into your wall and be like, okay, I'll wait until morning and I should have more ammo there, which is super efficient. But you also have the ability, just in case you're out and about, to charge them with sunlight. So they're reusable. You're able to charge it with solar energy. Just some super cool stuff. No wonder everyone uses them. The actual lasgun itself is pretty darn sturdy. So for our current modern day weapons, something such as an AR-15, they could usually go through 20,000 rounds before you have to end up replacing the barrel or something else is going to end up malfunctioning. And that's with constant cleaning it. From what I know about lasguns, apparently they could go for about 10,000 shots before the focusing crystal needs to be replaced. And a lot of times you just take that to your local mechanicus and they're going to pray and then, you know, throw a new crystal in and it should be good to go for another 10,000 rounds. There are a ton of positives about this weapon, but a lot of times you hear people talk major crap about it, saying that it's extremely weak. I don't understand why it's the main thing. Shouldn't everyone be carrying around bolters? Bolters are freaking rad. I do agree that bolters are freaking awesome, but the problem is bolters are extremely heavy. The ammunition is extremely heavy. They're hard to come by, all of that kind of stuff. So not everyone's going to be running around a bolter. People call them flashlights, basically saying, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna point your flashlight, it's super ineffective. These things are actually pretty darn gnarly when it comes to just your average target. Power scaling in 40k is absolutely jacked up. Just take a look at it this way. There's sextillions of creatures across the galaxy, just an unfathomable number of creatures out there. Just take the 0.00000000001% of those creatures, and those are the things that lasguns are going to have a hard time against. Things such as space marines, tyranids, or giant mechs that the Tau have, or freaking undead crazy metal boys that come back to life. Yeah, not going to be super effective against those guys, but against everything else, extremely effective. It's like taking an AR-15, which is known to be really dangerous, but if you're going up against a tank, which is basically a space marine, and shooting with an AR-15, yeah, it's not going to do much. Lasguns themselves shoot a highly energetic, focused, coherent proton. It's just a giant laser pointer, basically, that just burns the crap out of everything that you shoot it at. That photon beam basically causes the surface area of a target to vaporize within a small explosion. As all of those cells get superheated, they start dancing around and then they fizzle into flames. If you just have a average Joe walking down the street and you decide to shoot him, not even with this thing turned all the way up, but just on a decent setting so you can still get 50 shots in, it will take your arm completely off. It will make your head explode. You're done for. And the thing is since it's a laser, oh my gosh, not only is it going to be extremely painful, it's going to burn everything within that area. You're going to light on fire, which is terrifying. That is not the way that I would want to go out. And if you get shot in a place like your head, your brain is going to boil, in which it's going to cause your skull to combust and probably explode. Last time I checked, the only widely available weapons that usually can take a full limb off with one shot and holds that many rounds is like an AA-12 shotgun or something, and that doesn't even have range. Or you could have something like a Barrett 50 cal, but there's no way that you're getting 50 shots off with a Barrett 50 cal. That is the amount of force that these things are shooting at. So definitely not flashlights, not something to mess around with. These are extremely awesome guns. They're basically just long distance lightsabers. So yeah, the basics of a lasgun for you. As you've noticed, I've been playing quite a bit of Darktide in the background. Let's just take a look at my beautiful character really quick. Okay, turn around. Absolutely beautiful. It's glorious. Okay, and I apologize for not releasing a ton of videos. The reason why I made this video is because I just recently got a brand new lightsaber and I've been twirling it around like a dork in my house for the past couple weeks. And so I'm sorry I've been distracted, but the lightsaber was the reason for making this video, because I was thinking what's similar to a lightsaber in the 40k universe. And I was like, oh my gosh, lasguns are similar. That is the whole reason why you're getting this video. Thank you so much for your guys' support. We've gotten a ton of new subscribers recently. We're getting very close to that 1,000 mark. So if you guys could just push a little bit harder, that would be much appreciated. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know about new videos that are going to be coming out. And again, thank you so much for being a part of the great crusade that we're forming here. Let me know in the comment section about maybe some cool things that you guys know about lasguns that I didn't mention in this video, as I have definitely dug somewhat deep into the lore of lasguns, but not as deep as I would like. So if you guys know some parts in some novels where people do some crazy-ish with some lasguns, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.